Hi, my name is Tara Arthur, and I am the Projects and Membership Officer based in the Americas for the Global Interagency Security Forum. I, I currently live in the Washington, D.C. area. The Global Interagency Security Forum is a member-led network that is really a center of excellence around good security risk management practice in the humanitarian sector, and really is driven towards keeping aid workers safe and enabling, sustainable access for people in need. So I feel really grateful for the chance to work for such an organization. I have a counterpart in the EU who does this as well, and we work very closely together. And part of our work is to help design relevant content and support of our members' needs. So, for example, we might help bring together a workshop. We might help put together a webinar, an event. We might help, bring in different resources, and really we're in service to what our members are most looking for and will and need to help them do their work best, which ultimately I think helps hopefully contribute to keeping good security risk management practice, keeping good security risk management practice, um, a strong as strong as it can be in the humanitarian sector. I would say, some of the my background and how I kind of came into GISF. I've actually been interested in the security sphere for a long time. I studied political science in undergrad, and I studied international development and social change in graduate school. My master's thesis actually was on sport and development, which interestingly enough does have a connection to how kind of I found my way into security risk management. To tell you a little bit more about my day-to-day, I think I would say um, I really enjoy the opportunity to really connect with our members and get to understand their needs and help provide content that's most useful to them. And as far as my path to GISF and security risk management, I've long been interested in the security sector, and I think that a lot of the other experiences I've had in the wider development and humanitarian space really kind of help lend itself to some of the skills that I use right now. I think there sometimes is a perception that to be in security risk management or to be in the security sector in general, rather, you have to fit a certain kind of background. Oftentimes I've heard and I once also thought you might have had to be military or law enforcement in order to really excel in this kind of sector. I've been very fortunate that I've had really positive role models, and I think that really kind of helped broaden my perception of what opportunities lie in the security sector. And given that I had studied international development and social change in grad school and went on to work in the development and humanitarian space in other areas, I've worked in the I've worked in advocacy, I've worked in microfinance, and I spent a lot of time working in sport and development, for example. And all of those experiences that I had actually helped kind of give me skill sets that I think I actively use in security risk management, whether it's, relationship building, helping to really understand some of the collaborative opportunities, and even some of the budgeting and other kind of soft and hard skills that you might use in general project management. All of these all of these things definitely come into my daily work. I think that, sometimes there's there's this perception that insecurity, that you might be dealing a lot with gates and guards and stuff like that, and that is some level of component in many respects. However, there's also a lot of analytical and relationship building, and a lot of you know, creating space for learning, and really kind of adapting to the situations that continue to unfold. I think one of the things that I am really grateful for in the sector is that it's a learning sector, and it really has to be, because insecurity, you never know what's to come, but part of our job is to help, you know, do our best to prepare, prevent, and respond and react. And I think that goes a lot to how I really appreciate what my role is in GISF, and the opportunity it has in the sector to really kind of drive that kind of collaborative space for learning. You know, which I hope will contribute to good security risk management practices.